This is Mr. Beck Does Your Homework, AP Physics, homework 2.3, for equations of motion. This is question number 11. It says a boy sledding down a hill accelerates at 1.22 meters per second squared. So my acceleration is 1.22 meters per second squared. If he started from rest, there's the tricky part, started from rest, that tells me that my initial velocity is 0. In what distance, so I'm looking for a distance equals question mark, in what distance would he reach a speed of 7.83 meters per second? So that's a final velocity is 7.83 meters per second. Since this is constant acceleration, I can use my 4 equations of motion. I'm going to look for the equation that has acceleration, velocity, displacement, and final velocity, and is missing time. The equation that's missing time tells me that my final velocity squared equals my initial velocity squared plus twice my acceleration times my distance. I'm looking for my distance. So I could, now you have 2 choices here. You can plug in the numbers and then rearrange, or sometimes it's fun just to rearrange before you plug in the numbers. So I can take this and I'm going to rearrange. I'm going to subtract v0 from both sides. So I'm going to get v squared minus v0 squared equals 2ax. And now I'm going to divide both sides by 2a to leave x all by itself. So I'll get v squared minus v0 squared over 2a equals x. This rearranging saves me from having to multiply and divide numbers and move them around because I've already just rearranged the equations. So now my displacement is my final velocity squared, that's 7.83 squared, minus my initial velocity squared, well that's 0 squared, so I don't worry about that, divided by twice my acceleration, and my acceleration is 1.22 meters per second squared. When I do this math, 7.83 squared divided by 2 times 1.22 squared, sorry, no squared, 2 times 1.22, I will get myself a displacement, and that's the number I'm looking for.